the city.
Right. Let me tell you this. I cannot speak for the city of Tampa.
Fair enough.
In fact, 2 city attorneys ago, I got in trouble, and because the mayor disagreed with something that I did, and I was told, got the legal opinion, the mayor speaks for the city, period. So I can't. There isn't. I have no. I can talk to them.
You elected?
You would have better luck talking
Yes.
to the park director than
Speak for those people that elected you.
Hold on,
I'm
hold
sorry.
on.
I'm
Hold on.
just taking questions.
We're doing a stack, so Becky is next. And raise your hand.
Yeah, why don't you follow me?
Becky, and then you, and then you.
Over here.
Thank you.
If you don't mind, I'm going to ask you 2 questions. First, I want to know, you've mentioned how much the police have been cooperating with us, and that's true. I understand there are lots of things that we are doing that they are not arresting us for. But they certainly are coming around and intimidating and harassing us, as far as I'm concerned. And my question is, how do they, oh, see, it's what I have to. All right, I'm gonna have to let it go, and I'll come back to it.
But you know, you remind.
Well, no, now I remember though.
Okay.
So they're getting lots of good press, basically, from the fact that they are cooperating with us and being able to say that they're cooperating with us. I would like to know to what degree within the city and the government bodies that control that, if they understand or appreciate the degree to which we're trying so hard here to do this legally and do this in a cooperative manner and not start all kinds of civil disobedience, and that has been difficult because we have opposing views within ourselves, and that's fine, it's totally healthy, but at some point I hope that they're acknowledging the fact that we are trying very hard to cooperate as well. I hope that is well known and discussed.
Yeah, I don't mean to imply that you guys are getting bad press, and I have to just stay out.
No, I didn't say that you did. That's fine.
But and I can't speak for that. My impression and what I'm hearing when I talk to the police chief is that they want to work. That they want to work with you, that they want it to be peaceful. My feeling is it doesn't do Tampa any good for us to look like our police are not working with you. That's all I can say, because I have no supervision over them. I have a relationship with them, but you know, the city council is the check on the mayor, on the administration, and the way that we do that is through budget allocations and writing ordinances. So we don't on a day-to-day basis have meetings, and you know, I can certainly convey that to them, but you know, you're telling me that you're working with them and they're telling me that they're working with you, and I just hope it continues.
Well,
that's all.
I think it can continue, but at some point there's going to have to be, we would like a park. We need a park, and until public space to assemble in consistently so that we can actually develop deeper ideas and real, you know, contributions to our local community, we're just hanging onto a side of sidewalk. And so I guess Buckhorn is who we need to pressure to give us permission.
Right?
I'm sorry, what?
At night. During the day.
Oh, we're here all 24/7 since last Sunday.
But you're not allowed to be in the park.
Oh yeah, well no, we're not allowed to have any tents or cooler, like they chase us. Yes.
I can't. You're going to have to work that out with them.
Sure.
There's not really anything I can do. What I told you is what the laws are on the books that I can protect.
Right. No, I understand. So, but the question is, do we need to go to the mayor, or do we need to go to parks?
Let me tell you this before I forget. It's very short. Because this was on my list to say. Tomorrow, some people, I don't know if you met with Councilman Reddick, but he has asked to have on the agenda tomorrow, and it will be on the agenda, the police are going to make a report. So I don't know if it's going to be Chief Castor or someone else, but so there is someone who's going to speak. But as I said earlier, that public portion of our weekly meeting is your opportunity to speak to city government. So, yeah, it's 9. Okay, the meeting starts at 9, and public comment will be sometime shortly after that. I think we might have a ceremonial thing before then. You might have to sit a little longer, but that's the opportunity to come and speak. So that would be your public opportunity to do that. And of course, you can come and, make appointments and talk to anyone on council, I'm sure, and you can try to get an appointment with the Parks Director.
All right, thank you.
Yes?
Alright, I just want to say that I think the police are cooperating really hard with us. They have a list of basically like laws they have to follow. It's not that they're against us or don't want to do this or do that. And yeah, I think we need a park, but I don't know how to go about that. I don't know about Sky Park. Are they still building that? Because if they're still building that, I suggest someone try to put that down, or when you go to city council, to suggest that.
What park is that?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think that's J. Poppins.
Yeah, there might be. I think you were next.
Yeah, my concern is that I'm 25, so I've only been voting for 6 years, and all of these council people and legislations are supporting ideas that I do not think reflect my values, or most of our values anymore, such as greed and gain, and so where do we go if we are not given self-governance here? Where else would we seek it?
I'm not sure. I don't understand your question.
I feel like the whole system is backed by the Federal Reserve, which is one of the major issues that we are fighting, is the Federal Reserve Bank, and all of this legislation is set up for what's in the best interest of that.
Well,
So my concern is if we do not have a place here to speak against it, where else would we possibly go?
Well, I think your questions sound like they're more to do with federal policy, and you need to
Right.
talk to your congresspeople about those. So where do you live? Do you live in Tampa?
I live on the sidewalk.
Wow.
Okay, so if your permanent address is here, it would be Congresswoman Castro. That's who you should talk to. I don't have the city council has nothing to do with any kind of federal banking or, any kind of, that kind of policy at the federal level. We can't do anything for you. If it's something that you don't like about the city laws, then you come, we meet every Thursday at 9 o'clock in City Hall, a few blocks over there, and you can come and speak on anything you wish at 9 o'clock.
I'm not a resident of Tampa, but I have a concern about this park and the rules and the way this is being dealt with, because I've used this park. I've had picnics at this park. I could bring my little coolers, or our little gathering, and nobody gives me in trouble, as long as I'm not political. I take political action, and it's like I'm taking rights. All of a sudden, I have issues about use of this park. That should concern you.
This is what I understand, unless I'm wrong. This park is open until 10 p.m.
What I'm talking about is the table, the issue about tables, pop-ups, coolers, and all that stuff.
During normal working hours.
In the daytime.
Okay, so there's,
People, like he was allowed to bring them before, but now that he's taking part in Occupy Moment, he can't. So that
is up to the park.
yeah, I mean, that's, I was reading that part in the code. You're not allowed to have, bring this, or have that stuff on the sidewalk. I don't know what to tell you about that. You're just gonna have, I can tell you when you can come to council and speak. There's